So here you can see few chat links which I have pasted in the chat box. So first link is of syllabus link. You can check your course syllabus over here and this link. In case you have not enrolled yet, no need to worry. You can complete the payment process and you can join the batch. We are always welcome to take up the feedback. For this, you just need to fill up this feedback form. You can get to know in detail about this particular batch by clicking on all batch detail link. In case you have any further queries, always feel free to email us at support@olympiasuccess.com or you can drop us a WhatsApp message on these two particular numbers. Okay. So now I would like to invite your mentor, Ms. Aparna, at the platform to have a brief introduction about her to you. She's a wonderful mentor. Her classes are very engaging, and I'm sure by end of this session, you both will be going to love biology. And then after this, we'll be going to have an interaction with Abhinav sir, who will be going to teach you physics and chemistry. So both mentors are wonderful mentors. I'm sure you'll be going to have productive sessions. So over to you, Aparna ma'am.
Hi Rais, hi Sai. My name is Aparna and Sai High Five. I am also from Whitefield, Bangalore. So we have a common place to share too. Okay, and moving on, good to know that you don't like biology. I assure you at the end of 120 sessions, I would be able to change your perspective. Okay. Now moving on to the session of biology. You know, in this year you have 5 chapters, and if you don't like biology, that is trouble for you, because in your boards you also know that if your board is of 80 marks, 30 marks comes from biology, 25 is from physics, and 25 is from chemistry. So you have more weightage in biology. So even if you don't like biology from your heart, CBSE will make you to love biology. You have no other options. So we will be dealing with 5 chapters. First one is life process, which is equivalent to 2 chapter. The length of the chapter is quite big, but don't be scared. It will be a fun session. Followed by we will be dealing with reproduction. Then we have heredity. We have a very small chapter of ecology, and which is named as our environment. And then we have control and coordination. So we will go in sequence. We'll start with life process. We will not jump the chapters. And life science has the highest weightage. So we will be finishing life process first, followed by the other chapters. Okay. So any query that you have?
Okay, so with this, now we would like to invite Abhinav sir at the platform to just have a bit interaction with the kids, and then we'll begin with the presentation and the demo. Okay. Abhinav sir, can you please provide your brief introduction?
Good. Allow me to unmute. Yeah. Yeah. Hi, Rais. How are you, man? I hope you're doing well. All right. Last time we saw each other was in, I guess, last year, August, I think. Isn't it? Okay. So in 10th class also, just like 9th grade, physics will be difficult, but again, bio, you will be able to mug it up and remember everything, no problem. But in physics and chemistry, you have to do a lot of understanding about it. And a lot of mathematics will be involved here. Trigonometry will be involved. So, Rais, I guess you are facing trigonometry problems in the last 9th grade, right? Okay, you are facing some issues in trigonometry. Okay, so this year I might take one class to clear that up for you. All right. Rais is our old student. Sai, can you? Or Sai is not available. Okay. Hi, Elena. How are you? Good evening. Is my voice audible to you? Okay, they will be on the kids will be on mute, right? Pooja ma'am? Okay, okay, all right, no issues. All right. So just like grade 9th, grade 10th is also kind of a big leap from what concepts you were studying earlier. We have the concept of light chapter, we have electricity. These two carry the majority of weightage in class 10, both for your boards and for Olympiads. If you look at your previous year Olympiad questions, majority of questions they come from light and electricity because these are very conceptual based chapters. Okay, a tiny part is also occupied by human eye. Okay, atmospheric refraction, scattering of light and all of those things. That is also good, but the majority of the bulk of the scoring that you have to do is going to be with light and electricity. Okay, so I'll introduce myself. Rais already knows me. For others, okay, my name is Abhinav. You can call me Ashish. Abhinav doesn't matter, whatever you can call. Okay, I belong to Odisha. I stay in Bhubaneswar. Okay, and I like to do a lot of things. I love to ride motorcycles. I have my own YouTube channel. Okay, I create travel content. I love to sketch. Okay, drawing and sketching. Okay, I'm into fitness, kickboxing. I'm learning, so I'm into a lot of things. Okay, so I like children who are curious because being a curious kid myself, I love questions. I love people who question nature, how things work. So any kind of questions you have for science, it doesn't matter. It doesn't need to be just limited to physics. It can be from anywhere. It can be from geography, history. It doesn't matter. As long as you are curious, I'm game. Okay, so we'll be having a lot of fun. Okay. All right. Who will be starting?
Yeah, with this, Abhinav sir, we'll have a presentation on the screen and then we'll start with it. So over to you, Megha, in this
Okay.
presentation.
Sure.
I hope my screen is visible to everyone. So I welcome you all on the platform of Olympiad Success. This is Remo Interaction Program for Grade 10 Science. So Olympiad Success is the India's largest online preparation platform for Olympiad examination. We are the India's first exclusive live classes for Olympiad preparation, one of its kind yearly program that includes courses, which matters. We're having 8 courses: mathematics, English, science, logical reasoning, communication, spoken and written, Vedic maths, and coding. What else we provide? We provide one-on-one online CBSE, ICSE, IGCSE, CSE, and IB classes from grade 2 to grade 12, and one-on-one preparation classes for various Olympiads. You can meet our rank holders. No need to worry. You just need to spare extra 2 hours from regular studies because Olympiad examination is quite a little tougher than the regular curriculum. We are having live Olympiad sessions, group sessions with around 20 students delivered through Zoom by tutors with significance of teaching experience. Having 3 sessions per week, Monday, Wednesday, and Friday from 6:30 p.m. till 7:45 p.m. with 5 minutes of break. This session includes topic-wise quick revision and discussion on previous year papers. Students will get the reading material and practice question, which will be available on the dashboard of Olympiad Success. And student will also get a free access to Olympiad Success platform to practice the topic-wise mock test. So syllabus is available on this particular link, and the fee of this course is rupees 26,250. It is a 120 session course, and payment can be made by using this particular link. So what else you require? A laptop or desktop with good internet speed and headphones with a better audio clarity. So live classes will be starting from 18th of March, which is on Tuesday in 2025-26. Olympiad Success has students from more than 5,000 schools across India and abroad. So this is all about informative PPT. I hope I'm clear. All right, over to you, Pooja ma'am.
Thank you so much, ma'am. So I'll be pasting links once again. All right. So then after that, we'll be going to have a physics chemistry demo. Then after that, physics chemistry, after 20 minutes, we'll be going to have a biology demo. Okay? So we'll make you free guys by 7:30. Okay. So I think any doubts, any clarity, Rais and Elena, you want? Or shall we begin with the demo? Okay. So course details have been shared in the chat once again. So just go through the links. In case you have any doubt, feel free to type it in the chat box. Okay. So over to you, Abhinav sir. You can start with the physics chemistry.
Yeah. Let me share my screen. Just a moment. Wait, my screen share is not working. Wait. Okay, let me rejoin.
Aparna, ma'am, we can have a biology demo then. We can start with biology.
Okay, let me share my screen. Okay, is my screen visible? Is my screen visible to everybody? Students? Okay. All right. All right. So we'll start from electricity topic. Some basics first we will discuss. Okay. So anyone can tell me what is electricity? What do we inherently mean by electric current? Alina, you want to go first? Just mention a few words in the chat. Just mention a few words. I'm not asking you to know to go deep into the subject. Just a few words like what you mean by electric current or charge. Like there's an animation here, right? On the screen here. Okay, there's an animated bulb who is putting his own plug inside the socket. Okay, so what is electric current? What is electricity? Many will say it is flow of electrons is called as electricity. Is it correct? When I say flow of electrons is called as electricity, am I correct or wrong? No. Rice is saying no. Then tell me, Rice, what is electricity then? You tell me. Huh? You have all studied about electrons, right? Electrons, protons, and neutrons in grade 9. Okay. Structure of atom. Okay. Positive entities are called as protons. Negative ones are called as electrons. And the neutral ones are called as neutrons, right? So these are subatomic particles present in an atom, isn't it? So what is electric current? When we are plugging something in and switching on the switch. So why does something light up? Why does the light give us light? Why does the heater switch on or why does the fan switch on? Why does it happen? Okay. Up to some extent, this sentence is correct. Flow of electrons can be considered as electric current. But the actual definition is flow of charges. Okay. Flow of charges is called as electric current. Got it? Both of you are from CBSE, right? I guess both of you must have had a chapter in grade 8 called as chemical effects of electric current. Anybody remember? In class 8, you had chemical effects of electric current. Okay. In that topic, you must have studied about electrolytes, isn't it? In case of electrolytes, who was responsible for passing of electric current inside fluids? There is no electrons flowing inside fluids. Charged ions. Okay. Ions are the ones which carry electric current inside fluids. So if you just say flow of electrons is called as electric current, it is not entirely correct. Because inside fluids, ions are the one who carry electric current. So all in all, the correct definition for electricity is flow of charges. Now, another thing we have to learn here, what is the meaning of charges? So what is this charge? Hmm? What is the meaning of charge? Okay, you just plug in your mobile charger and you will say it is charged. What is the meaning of charge? Okay, like my phone has no charge. Okay, or this saying has no charge left. So what is charge? Okay, you must have heard about gravitational force, right? Gravitational force is a fundamental force of nature, isn't it? Gravitational force is a fundamental force of nature. Similarly, magnetic force is also a fundamental force of nature. Similarly, charge is a fundamental property of matter because of which it experiences a force. There are two kinds of charges, positive charge and negative charge. Okay, positive charge and negative charge. Just like we have what? Electrons and protons. One is positively charged and one is negatively charged. Got it? So these are fundamental characteristics. Okay. Now don't ask why this exists. Okay. That we will discuss in higher grades. So until this point, just understand that just like gravitational forces, just like you have magnetic forces, North Pole and South Pole. Similarly, here we have positive charge and negative charge. Now, who is responsible for positive charge? Protons. Okay. Who is responsible for negative charge? Electrons. Got it? Now forget about all of these coulombs and everything or the charge of an electron. First, understand, let's say I have a bag. This bag contains 10 protons and 10 neutrons, sorry, 10 electrons. Okay, I have a bag. This bag contains 10 protons and 10 electrons. So, is this system balanced? Yes or no? Is this system balanced? We have 10 protons. And what you're saying, no, guys, it is balanced. Okay, we have 10 protons and 10 electrons, right? So it is at an equilibrium. It is at an equilibrium. It means how many positive charges are there and how many negative charges are there. Just cancel out. You cancel out each other out. Just like you have your integers, are plus 5 and minus 5. They cancel out and become 0, neutral. Got it? So, but if I have 10 protons here and I have 7 electrons, okay, now is the system balanced? It is not balanced anymore. Okay, so what is the charge of this system? Is it positively charged or is it negatively charged? This system is positively charged or negatively charged? Okay, just put a plus or minus sign in the chat box. Okay, if I have 10 protons and 7 electrons, so overall, this system is positively charged or negatively charged? Is what? Yes, Rice is saying positive. Yes, correct. Because you have how many extra protons? You have 3 extra protons. Got it? So overall, it is positively charged. Clear? So in an atom that we have studied, in an atom which you have studied in class 9, atomic structure chapter, okay, the number of protons and number of electrons is same. This statement is true or false? Alina, you tell me in the chat box. Okay, I'll repeat the statement. The number of electrons and the number of protons in an atom is equal. True or false? Very basic question I'm asking you. Okay, you must have all studied this in class 9. This is true or false? The number of protons and number of electrons in an atom is equal. It is true statement or a false statement? Okay. Tell me, Alina, is it true or false? False. How is it false? Any basis? Any reason you have? Okay, see, it is always equal. Okay. The number of protons and the number of electrons. The number of protons and the number of electrons, they are always equal. That is why an atom is always neutral. An atom is always neutral. Got it? If an atom contains extra positive charge or extra negative charge, then it is either positively charged or negatively charged. Got it? All of you must have studied about chemical bonding in class 9. All of these are class 9 concept. I'm revising. I have not even entered the main topic. Okay. How chemical reaction takes place? How chemical bonding happens? Okay. What happens in sodium chloride? What happens in sodium chloride? Why is sodium combined with chlorine? Okay. One extra electron of sodium is donated to chlorine. So sodium becomes positively charged and chlorine becomes negatively charged. Previously, they were all what? They were all at an equilibrium. Got it? They were all having neutral charge. Okay. What is the atomic number of sodium? What is the atomic number of sodium? All of these are class 9 student topics. Atomic number of sodium. Just recall hydrogen, helium, lithium, beryllium, boron, carbon, nitrogen, chlorine, neon. Then 11th position, sodium. Sodium is 11. Okay. What does atomic number mean? It means it has 11 protons and 11 neutrons, isn't it? 11 protons and 11 neutrons. Sorry, 11 protons and 11 electrons. Sorry, not neutrons. Okay, 11 protons and 11 electrons. One electron, sodium, is going to donate to chlorine. Okay. So now sodium is left with 11 protons, but 10 electrons. So now is it in an equilibrium? No. Here we have an extra positive charge. 11 protons it has, but it has only 10 electrons. That means only one extra proton it is having. So it is positively charged. Okay, so this is how charge is acquired. This is how charge is acquired. Charge is acquired while electrons are getting transferred. Okay. When electrons are getting transferred, then only the charge is acquired by any object. Let's say I have 15 electrons. If I donate some electrons, I'll become positively charged. If I gain some extra electrons, I'll become negatively charged. Now, can protons move? Is it possible to share protons? Is movement of protons possible? Okay. No, not possible. Arya, tell me why it is not possible. Yes, correct answer. It is not possible. Why we cannot move protons? Why only electrons move? Mhm. Just in 2 or 3 sentences you can tell me. Sorry, 2 or 3. Yeah. Because they're in the nucleus of an atom. Yes, Reis. Correct answer. Because they're in the nucleus of an atom. Correct. So they're tightly bonded in the nucleus. That cannot be split. If that is split, then nuclear reaction will occur. Okay, atomic bomb. Nuclear reaction will occur. So all chemical reactions that occur is only by the transferring or sharing of electrons. No neutrons or protons are involved there. Okay. If electrons are taken away, it becomes positively charged. If electrons are gained, it becomes negatively charged. Got it? Now, if object A is positively charged and object B is negatively charged, what they will do? They will attract or repel each other. They will attract or repel each other. What they will do? Unlike poles of a magnet, north pole and south pole, they attract. Similarly, positive charge and negative charge will also attract each other, right? Okay. If I have one positive charge and one another positive charge, they will also what? Attract or repel. This time they will move away from each other. They will repel. Here you can see. Unlike charges, they attract. Like charges, they will repel each other. Negative, negative will also repel each other. Okay. So what is the charge of a single electron? What is the physical quantity? Charge is a physical quantity. Okay. So one electron has how much amount of charge? Okay. 1.6 times 10 to the power of negative 19 C Coulomb. Coulomb. Again, this is a unit which has been named after a scientist. Okay. Now, whenever we are writing the unit which has been named after scientists, what is the rule that we have to follow? What is the rule that we have to follow? Rais, you were there last year. I told you. Forgot? Huh? Forgetting, right? Okay. See, I told you, remember or not? Whenever any scientist is involved, like Newton, okay, unit of force, Pascal, unit of pressure. So in these kind of cases, we have to make sure that either we are writing everything in small, if we are writing the entire name, let's say I'm writing 10 coulombs. I'll write like this, Coulomb. All of them will be in small letters. Or I can write it as 10 capital C. Both ways you can write. You cannot write 10 coulombs like this, Coulomb. You cannot write capital C if you're writing the entire name. Okay, this is the rule that we have to follow in any unit which has been named after only scientists. Okay, for normal these like kilograms and grams, we always write in small. We don't have any kind of these kind of rules followed. Okay, so charge of one electron is 1.6 times 10 for negative 19 coulombs. Negative 19, can you imagine? That means it is 0.0000 like this, 19 like this, 1 6. Okay, it is so small. Okay, so if one electron has this much amount of charge, how many electrons will be there in 1 coulomb? Okay, a more practical unit of charge is coulomb, and 1 coulomb is equal to the combined charge of 6.25 times 10 to the power of 18 electrons. That means 625,000, 16 more zeros like this, 0, 0, 0, 0, like that. They use this much amount of electrons, they have to combine in order to make only 1 coulomb of charge. Got it? Again, I know, understand this is difficult, but you have to remember all of these units. What is the charge of one unit? Okay, how many electrons will make 1 coulomb? What is the mass of an electron? What is the mass of a proton? Okay, what is the mass of neutron? All of these things you have to remember. Yeah, in exam, sometimes it might be given to you, but for your safety sake, you have to remember all of these things. Got it? Now, what is the concept of free electron? What is the meaning of free electron? Okay, like any random atom will donate whatever as it wishes, any kind of electron and any kind of charge is possible. Is it? No. Okay. Matter is made up of atoms and each atom has a positively charged nucleus at the center. This we have already discussed. At the center of the atom, who is present? Neutrons and protons. That means this is positively charged. Neutron just neutral. So positively charged, the entire center is positively charged. Surrounding it are all the orbitals and orbits where the electrons are orbiting, which are negatively charged. Got it? Now, if we are providing any kind of energy, it doesn't matter what kind of energy. It can be friction also. It can be kinetic energy. It can be heat energy. So many different energies we can provide. Okay. Accordingly, the electrons will not remain bound to the nucleus and just come out of the atom. That is the reason how many of you have seen Like when you take off your sweater in winter season, okay, do you hear any kind of clicking sound? Anybody has experienced? When you take off your sweater or a heavy woolen jacket in winter season, you will see that there is a tiny, cracking kind of sound. And also your hair will get attracted towards the sweater. How many of you experience this? Sorry, experienced? Yes. Sometimes your body hair will get attracted towards that sweater. So why does it happen? It means the friction between your skin and what you're wearing is causing them to get charged, oppositely charged. If I rub two surfaces, if I'm rubbing two surfaces, what will happen? Here, electrons can jump from one surface to another surface. So one surface can become positively charged, the other surface can become negatively charged. Okay. So since they are having opposite charges, they can attract each other. Okay. So what are those free electrons? The free electrons are those electrons which are jumping. See, this type of electron is known uh, as a free electron because it is not bound to any particular nucleus and therefore free to move within the material. Got it? That is the meaning of free electron. Getting my point onto this point, guys? Okay. So conductors and insulators are really easy stuff. This you already must be knowing since lower grades. Okay. So whoever, can carry charge, sorry, whoever can transfer electrons or electric current or charge can pass through it, those are known as conductors. And the opposite is known as insulators, like plastics or, your glass. So all of these are what? Insulators. Okay. And what are conductors? You are all metal objects. Okay. Rubber. Okay. Yeah, rubber is also. So any kind of insulators, if you have, they can carry charge. Static electricity. Again, we'll discuss what is the meaning of static electricity. Okay, further. Now, for some materials, the energy required to free an electron is less, and it can be acquired from the surrounding room temperature only. Now, these free electrons contribute to the electric current. Now understood? Those free electrons which are free from the atom, they flow. So the flowing of those free electrons constitute electric current. There only we get electric current. Okay. See, these free electrons, they contribute to the electric current. Other electrons, they do not contribute. Okay, they just remain where they are. All right. The materials which can produce free electrons at room temperature are known as conductors. Okay. Now the third point I will discuss in detail when we have the actual class. Why this actually happens. Okay. I'll make a diagram of a metallic atom and then I will explain you why this exactly happens. Okay. Until this point, for this demo purposes, you just know that those materials which can produce free electrons at room temperature, they are known as conductors. Those materials which cannot do this free electrons at room temperature, they are known as insulators. Okay, because large amount of energy will be required to free an electron. Got it? Okay. So let us go to the next one. Got it? So now electric current. So this flow of free electrons that we were just now talking about. Okay, if atoms they have free electrons lying around, they can flow. Okay, and why they flow again? We are not going into it in depth. We'll go in our regular classes. It is due to potential difference. So, but this flow of electric current, flow of electrons through conductor in a given direction is known as electric current. Let's say I have a wire here, and the electrons are flowing from this direction to this direction. Okay, so I'll say that electric current is flowing. Now, SI unit of electric current is again ampere. Ampere again named after scientist. So same rule you are going to follow. Okay. So what is the definition of electric current? Charge flowing per unit time, I equals to Q by T. Now in 10th class, just like 9th class, a lot of formulas will be there, lot of definitions will be there, lot of numerical problems will be there. Okay, so a lot of practice will be expected from you guys. Okay, and obviously Olympiad level will be much more difficult than what you're going to be studying in the class. Okay, so I equals to Q by T. So what is the SI unit of Q? Q is meaning charge. Q is charge. Q is the short form of charge. Do not write C. Okay, charge stands for Q. Electric current stands for I. Do not write E. I means electric current. Q stands for charge and T means time. So Q's unit is Coulomb. Okay, times unit is seconds, and electric current's unit is ampere. So 1 ampere can be defined as, okay, I'll say that, Alina, what is the meaning of 1 ampere? So she will say that 1 ampere means when 1 coulomb of charge, okay, is flowing through a conductor in 1 second. All of you are using your laptops and mobile phones, right? Have you ever seen the backside of your charger? Alina, have you seen the backside of your charger? Do you have a charger with you now? Mobile charger. Okay. Look at the backside of the charger. You'll see written something written as harm. Look at it. Look at the back. What is it written here? Is it written 3.5A or 3A 4V or 9V 2.5A or 3A? What is it written? Guys, tell me in the chat box. 3A. 3A and how much V? How much V is written? 9V. There's an input and output written here. Okay. All of these things we'll be discussing in detail, guys. Okay. 5V, yes. It is written 3A 5V. It means that the charger can handle a current, electric current of 3 amperes. Okay. And can deal with a potential difference of 5 volt. Okay. This is called the rating of the charger. Here, all around you, so many things, electricity related things you are seeing, everything will be clarified in this chapter. Why this happens, what happens actually, what is the meaning of 220 volts or 110 volts, okay? Why 5 volt cannot affect us, but 220 volt can affect us. So all of these things we are going to be studying, okay, when we're going to be going in depth into this topic, okay? Uh, Aparna ma'am now can take over for bio as it is time. Okay.
Sure, sir.
Yeah.
Hi, Alina. Hi, Rais. So, I will be sharing my biology PPT with you. 1 second. No, not this one. Not this one. Can you all see my screen? Yes, no, anything, any thumbs up? Okay, thank you, Rais. So moving on, I do have a few questions for you. You know you are alive, right? You all know you are alive. Or you're dead, you are alive. How do you know that? Who give you that certificate that you're alive? Your brain. How do you know you're alive? You can comment in the chat box. You're free to do that. How do you know that you're alive? Which institute have given you a certification that you're alive? I want to know. How do you know that you're alive? Tell me. Yes, Elena, you are saying something which I'm not able to hear. You can please write all your thoughts down in the chat box. All organs are working. Yes, Rais is saying that all his organs are working. Okay. Anything else, Elena, in thought process? How do you know that you're alive? A plant is alive? A plant is alive? Okay. You are moving, that is why you are alive? No? Okay. You're reproducing, that is why you are alive? Alina says yes, we can reproduce, that is why we are alive. Do you say yes to that? Okay, the race has no vote on that. Reproduction is not a criteria for him, for organism to be alive. Alina, what is your take on locomotion? Do living organism move? Rais has said no. It's a flop nomination. What do you think, Alina? You also feel locomotion is not a criteria. Fine. What about reproduction, Alina? There are infertile couples in our society, right? They are also alive. There are also infertile couples in our society. There are many couples that you know that now in your Gen Z world, people say we don't want kids. Kids are so this, so that. Okay. So now the thing is, they are also alive. So again, Race is right. Reproduction is not again a very solid proof to say that we are alive. We all eat. We all eat. So is eating a criteria for considering us as a living? Yes, Race, what is your take on that? We eat. Okay. Little. You have little belief on that. What about you, Alina? Alina, why are you behaving like neutral party? You don't have any take on anything. You don't eat, Alina? You're on diet? Then? So you eat, so you're alive? Okay. I also think that you're alive. You all breathe. So is it a criteria for you to be alive? Race? For you, it's a very strong point. Santosh Ram, can you please turn on your camera, beta? I can't see you. Santosh Ram, can you please turn on your camera? Okay. Now, you all, mm, you get in nutrients and then you transport it around your body. You do a movement of the nutrients to all parts of your body, from which your different organs drive in energy from. So, is that a criteria for calling you alive? Yes. Whatever is undigested is being thrown out by your body. Is that a criteria for calling you? Yes. So, there are majorly a few processes that is responsible for calling you living. And the culmination of all those metabolic processes are known as life processes. So, here we will be talking about the metabolic processes. Just a second. Let me go into the slideshow. Yeah. So here we will be talking about the metabolic processes. What do you mean by metabolic processes? What do you mean by metabolic processes? You can write in the chat box if you have any idea about it. Have you heard the word metabolism before? Metabolism. What do you mean by metabolism now? Tell me, what do you mean by metabolism? Rice has something to add on. Ability to digest, yes. So not only digest, but do all kinds of life processes. Any kind of processes that will directly or indirectly gives you energy. Those are metabolic processes. So we will be learning about nutrition, digestion, respiration, then circulatory processes, and then the last one is excretory process. Okay, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We will be learning these 5 aspects in this chapter. Clear? Now, when I'm talking about all these 5 aspects, here I will not only talk about plants. I will be covering a wide range of organisms like plants, animals, and simpler organisms. What do you mean by simpler organisms? Sometimes maybe amoebas, my microorganisms, in some aspects microorganisms, in some aspects maybe lower vertebrates like fishes, or maybe fishes we'll be talking about the reptiles. Fine. So some of the cases will be discussed with them as well. Clear? So this is all about the introduction of the whole chapter that we will be moving ahead with. So here it is. Maintenance of living organism is essential if they are moving, resting, even sleeping. The processes which together perform the function of maintenance of life are called life processes. So remember this, if any of these life processes stops, you all are going to become photo, where people will put mala. Okay, so we will die the moment any of these life processes stop. Any of these. That is why I told reproduction is not a life process. Why? Because infertile couples are alive. Okay, cars also move, but they are not living. So obviously locomotion is not a criteria. So now they have listed, you can see that there is list of life processes given. Nutrition, respiration, circulation, excretion are the essential life processes. Now, moving on, if I talk about the unicellular organisms, all these life processes, whatever are the life processes, ingestion, digestion, respiration, all these takes place in a single cell, because they're single cellular organisms. So their cell is specialized to do every function by their own. So they're Atmanirbhar. But if I talk of a multicellular organism, multicellular organism, you know that they have tissue level, they have organ level, they have organ system level. So higher organisms, you have organ system level of organization. So each and every organ system has been assigned to a particular life process. If it is digestion, digestive system is being assigned to them. If it is respiration, respiratory system is being assigned. If it is excretion, excretory system is there. And if it is circulation, there is a medium of circulation and circulatory medium, and the circulation process is involved. Clear? So each and every organ system has been given their responsibility, and there is no clash between them. So, and why there is no clash? So that the complete processes are controlled, coordinated, synchronized, and you are a healthy, and you remain as a healthy human being. I hope this much is clear to all of you. Okay. So again, this is a repetitive slide just to help you to revise. Again, I'll move forward. Yeah, nutrition. What is nutrition? It is the very simple, the process of getting in nutrients. So you have read about nutrients before in your lower grades, right? What are nutrients? Anything that gives you energy. Correct? What are the nutrients that you have learnt of? Elena, if you now can answer something, can you write in the chat box, please? What are the different nutrients that you have learnt of? Yes, you were saying it right. It was protein. One of it is protein. Vitamins, minerals, yes. Carbohydrates, fats, yes. So they all are different kinds of nutrients that will help you. Roughage, yes. Roughage. Is water a nutrient? Why not? Water is a nutrient because it has essential vitamins and salts, right? So we should never forget water. So the process by which you get nutrition from the food, nutrients from the food is known as nutrition. Now, how you will get the nutrient will depend. Whether you will get it from, whether you will make your own food or you will get it from others. That will vary. So if you are making your own food, if you are self-sufficient, then you are autotrophic in nature. And if you are getting it from other organisms, by eating other organisms, then you are heterotrophs. If you're dependent on other organisms for your nutrition. Are all plants autotrophic? We know this, right? Plants are autotrophic and animals are heterotrophic. Are all plants autotrophic? That is my question. Not all plants are autotrophic. Why do you say that, Rice? So what do you think is the mode of nutrition in pitcher plant? I know you are thinking that they're insectivorous plants, right? So what will be their mode of nutrition? So what will be their mode of? They will be heterotrophs? Okay. But what if there is no what if there is no insect that day? Think about it. Insectivorous plant, so every plant will not be lucky to get insects or bees every day, right? What if it is an unlucky day and it does not get any insect to eat? What will it do then? Will it be on hunger strike? Think, what will it do, Rise? That date will do photosynthesis. Yes. They are facultative heterotrophs. Facultative heterotrophs means when they need, they will be heterotrophs. When they don't need, they will be autotrophs. There is one type of heterotrophs that we are obligate heterotrophs. Means it is compulsory for us to be a heterotroph. Because we cannot create food, we cannot do photosynthesis. So we are an obligate heterotroph. And they are, what are they? They are facultative heterotrophs. Okay? So you will be learning about them in details, and we will further classify heterotrophs as holozoic, saprophytic, and parasitic nutrition. So what are parasitic nutrition? They also get their nutrients from other organisms, right? But they do have some special mechanisms. What they have you heard of huckers and they suckers and hookers? Leech. Have you heard of an organism called leech? Leech is a parasite. Tick is a parasite. What do? They have these injection kind of things. They'll penetrate it inside the skin, okay, and they drive the nutrients directly from the blood. So they don't make anything, they suck the nutrient out of the organism, out of their host organism. But they are still okay. Why? Though they are feeding on you, but they also know their limits. They'll suck to an extent that you don't die. Once they know that you're weak enough, they'll leave you. So they also have some principles. Okay. So if I talk of parasites, so parasites feed on other organism, but to their host organism, but they will never kill their host organism. And they have a selfish motive behind it. If they keep on killing their host, they'll not get their food. Moving on to saprophytes. Saprophytes, they feed on dead and decay. So whosoever have gone dead, they release they grow on them, and they get and they drive their food from these dead and decaying components. What about holozoic? We are holozoic. Yes, we have a holozoic heterotrophic nutrition. What do? We take the whole food in. We don't digest it outside our body. Or else we don't take in a digested food. We take the raw material in, we digest it inside our body. And that makes us holozoic. Clear? So this is all about the introduction of nutrition. If I dive in more, you will sleep today itself. So I will leave you today here. Hope to meet you soon on the joining date. Chalo. Bye-bye everyone. हाँ पूजा
वरना एंड करिए छोड़ दिया आपने सेशन
लेफ्ट करा है एंड करा है?
मैंने शायद एंड किया है.
आप एक बार चेक कर लो यार,
नहीं,
सेशन एंड करना है.
I still there. I will end it.
हाँ, जस्ट एंड इट, ओके, डोंट लीव इट.
End meeting for
Kids
all,
are
right?
gone. हाँ,
Yes,
kids
no,
are gone.
yes.